Well, Emergency Response Minister Kiri Allan is with us now from Wellington. Minister, this is just a monster storm. Extraordinary scenes on the east coast in the past 24 hours. What are the dangers that people there need to be thinking about?
Yeah, has been significant amount of rainfall, of course, over the past 24 hours. And as we go into this period of time, you've already heard on the ground there, I think you heard Dave Wilson, the controller, talk about how we've been keeping really a watchful eye on the rising level of the rivers in particular. I spoke to Dave only about 30 minutes ago. We're already seeing that those rivers that had dropped off during the course of the day, they're now back up to a level where they're spilling onto the state highway. The state highways, as you've mentioned, are closed, but we are worried as well that with the significant rainfall that's anticipated throughout the course of the night, that there will, of course, be more damage, both to home and property, but also to critical infrastructure. You've seen some damage up there in Tokomaru Bay, around the bridges there. And so those are the types of things that we'll anticipate throughout the course of the evening. What I will say, though, is that the community has been very well prepared throughout the course of the day. They've been self-evacuating and been assisted to evacuate from all of the areas where we anticipate are going to be vulnerable through the course of this evening. But it's certainly the case, I'd say, on the ground at the moment is that people know that we're in for a biggie tonight, and so people are keeping an eye on each other.
Yes, and these storms always sort of feel much scarier at night as well, and situations can change quickly. It's difficult to tell always what's going on out there in the dark. What should people do if they find themselves in trouble?
Yeah, first and foremost, make sure that you do get in contact with somebody from the Tairāwhiti Civil Defence team. They're there and they're going to be there to assist. Their teams working all throughout the night. If you need to evacuate, please do. There are places where people can go. All of their information is on social media, but again, through the correct channels on the Civil Defence websites that will provide people with welfare options. For example, in Tokomaru, we've got both marae and we have schools available, and that's the situation up and down the coast. Really, though, if people don't have to move, we are encouraging people just to really batten down the hatches, get to high land and dry land. So it is going to be a challenging night out there this evening. So please just take care.
Minister, just one more question quickly. We were talking about Tokomaru Bay there. It is now completely cut off from Gisborne. What kind of time frame are they looking at to get that bridge repaired or replaced? I mean, it didn't look good in the pictures we saw today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the immediate concern right now, of course, is just really responding and keeping life and limb is at the forefront of the minds this evening and, of course, tomorrow. Could the team gone in today? Oh, potentially, and we did discuss that. But the reality is that with the weather forecast for tonight, best to wait until the morning. Let's assess the damage. The team will be out there on the ground first light. I know that they're going into their first sit rep at 8 a.m. With an assessment, a preliminary assessment at the very least, as to what they think the damage is, and then options for how to reconnect things will be taken forward at a suitable time. But what we do know is that there are communities that are going to be cut off and dislocated. So we've got the Civil Defence team have paired up with the iwi Ngāti Porou, who have paired up with the New Zealand Defence Force. They have some bespoke options that they're going to be providing support to those isolated communities throughout the course of tomorrow and throughout the course of the evening as required.
Minister, a big clean up ahead. Thank you for joining us here tonight.